Good evening. Did you know about the forgotten, unreleased Japanese Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games? I'm sure some of you do, but I guarantee you 99% or more of you have never played and don't know how to play these games. Released in 2009 in Japan for the Wii as WiiWare exclusives, and after the second generation of Mystery Dungeon games were Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Keep Going, Blazing Adventure Squad, Let's Go, Stormy Adventure Squad, and Go For It, Light Adventure Squad. These games used 3D models from Pokemon Ranch that were later used in the Pokemon Rumble series, as well as using sound effects that would later appear in the 3DS versions of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. These games were not so focused on the story aspect of Mystery Dungeon, so they were very poorly received in Japan, which could have led the decision, even after gaining copyright status in the US and Europe, not to export these small Mystery Dungeon games to other regions. The story, quote-unquote, follows two fire starter/starter-like Pokemon, or electric or water type if you're playing the other games, that rescue a Shuckle missing in a dubious region, hill, forest, or valley depending on the game, in order to help Slowking keep his village safe, which is a village, beach, or garden, depending on the game. The team can take on missions from the job board leading up to a legendary encounter at the end of the game. What makes this game unique is that before Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, this was the only Mystery Dungeon game to feature recruitable shiny Pokemon. And these Pokemon had 200 belly instead of 100. Pretty crazy. Another feature that has never been replicated in any other Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game is stacking. In some dungeons, you can find pit tiles that let you stack Pokemon of equal or less size than your anchor. One if it is equal, or as many as you like if the other Pokemon are smaller. This feature limits weaknesses and strengths, however, and bad weather will ruin the stack, unless the anchor has an affinity for the weather. The games also make enemies evolve if they knock out a team member, making for a greater challenge. So why am I talking about these games? Well, it's because of the great pains I had to march through in order to be able to play them. Firstly, your Nintendo Wii console needs to be heavily modded with custom firmware in order to remove any region-locked games, since these are from Japan. Secondly, since the Wii Shop officially shut down in January of last year, the only way to get Japanese WiiWare, or any WiiWare games for that matter, is basically through piracy, through homebrew apps. An unfortunate reality for discontinued software. So it was up to me to find a WAD for these games, a WAD being the file for WiiWare games. I scoured the interwebs inside and out, and I simply could not find any Japanese WiiWare games. I tried looking for archives of Japanese WiiWare games, but only found incomplete lists and false information. One list of Japanese exclusive WiiWare games didn't even list these Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. So why was it so difficult to find pirate dumpers for these games? Piracy laws are enforced just as or closely leniently in Japan as they are here, so why would Japanese WiiWare games like these be so hard to find? I have one hypothesis. With so little demand for Japanese games outside of Japan, other than a few games with glitches or bugs in Japanese versions, pirates don't see a need for these games to be dumped and profited from. Japanese games are a very niche market outside of Japan after all. So the only way I was going to get my hands on these games was through someone else. I contacted Thunder the Dragon, a small, but bigger than mine, LOL, YouTuber who had a Let's Play series on Stormy Adventure Squad on his channel. He said that he believed he found the WAD on an old Reddit thread that probably has since been archived or deleted. We then moved over to Twitter, where he gave me a link to a private, link-only Google Drive folder. This Google Drive folder was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. Inside was a vast archive of every single possible ROM file able to run on the Wii. Lo and behold, under the P section of this archive, which was what I was linked to, were 3 Japanese Mystery Dungeon WADs in Romaji, the English characters for Japanese. I legally can't give this link publicly to anyone, And as for Thunder the Dragon, the link will be protected, and he is not condoning or allowing public use of this drive either. If you have questions about this ROM, please contact me via Instagram or Twitter. Links will be in the description. I want to give a big shout out to Thunder the Dragon, who helped me make this video and give me information about these Japanese WADs. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, follow my Twitch in the link in the description. And that's going to do it. Like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys on that next one. Peace out.